All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig and a Pickle Krug Show with a little 49er video. Jauan Jennings is back in the fold, and we'll talk a little bit about Jauan coming up next. But of course, we're brought to you by Pig and a Pickle, the best barbecue in all of Northern California. Check them out in Emeryville and Corte Madera. They're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out. Pig and a Pickle. Go get the brisket chili. Go say hi to Damon, say hi to Mary. Tell them that Larry Krueger sent you. We're also brought to you by Marin Autoglass, marinautoglass.com, 415-883-3030. And we're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Check the link in the description. Use the promo code Krug, and they will match you up to your first $100. And we are also brought to you by Sharp Corner Sports Cards and Collectibles. Call Anthony Catania at 831-521-5264. All right, the 49ers have re-signed Jauan Jennings. Third, and Jauan continues in Ninerland. It's a one-year deal for $4.9 million for the 26-year-old wide receiver, the former star at the University of Tennessee, who may have been the MVP of the Super Bowl if the Niners had just gone on to win it. He's 6'3", he's 215 pounds. As I said, he's 26. So you got Debo right now slated to make 28. You got Ayuk if he plays on his current rate at 14. So now you got 42, and now you've got another 5 in JJ. So, I mean, you're looking at close to $60 million in wide receivers for those three guys, Jauan Jennings, Debo Samuel, and Brandon Ayuk. Let's talk about JJ, though. 19 receptions this year, 265 receiving yards. He only had the one touchdown. He was targeted 33 times all year. He caught 19 of those, and he got in the end zone one time. Then in the playoffs, he was targeted 13 times in 3 games. He caught 10 of the 13 balls for 111 yards and another touchdown. So career-wise, 78 receptions on 127 targets, 963 yards career, 7 touchdowns. This guy's a culture player. He's a great blocker. He's really, he'll make big catches. He makes pressure catches. He'll make catches on the sidelines, on the out routes. He'll make catches in the middle of the field. He's just a very dependable player. It's like some guys shrink in the moment. This guy rises up in the moment. He's a far better player than his numbers indicate. He's one of the leaders on the team. All Niner fans, know that he's not their first, second, or third option. But if you go to him under pressure, that's fine with almost all 49er fans. Why? Because he's proven. He's a proven pressure player. The guy has done it in big moments, had a huge catch in Dallas on an out route in the playoffs, had a huge catch against Green Bay in the playoffs. The guy makes big catches. He absolutely does. He's a very, very special player. And you can count on him. That's the thing. You can count on Jauan Jennings to show up with the game on the line as a blocker, as a receiver, as a guy who can make contested catches in the middle, under pressure. You can put the game in his lap and feel good that he's going to play well, that he's going to play really well. So there's a lot to like here for sure. And, Jauan Jennings is a respected guy in that locker room. His locker is right there next to Ayuk and Juice, and he's just a leader. He's a leader in the room. He didn't run a good 40 time at the University of Tennessee, and that's why he went so late on day 3. But if you asked all Vols fans at the time, they're like, oh, my God, you got Jauan Jennings? Jauan Jennings is phenomenal. And here we are, a couple of years into his career, and you can understand why people have said that about him. He's a really good football player. I mean, there's just no way around it. He's a really solid football player who makes a lot of good plays. So if you're judging a wide receiver on 40 time, this isn't your guy. And if you're judging a wide receiver on just how pretty it all looks, this isn't your guy. But man, if you're judging a wide receiver based on just big catches in the clutch, major production, you're going to love Jauan Jennings. He's just a dependable, super reliable guy who's going to block who he needs to block. And if you throw him the ball in a big moment, he's going to catch it. He's going to catch it. It's just the way it is. And if you look at the Niners stat wise, I mean, Ayuk had more catches. Kittle had more catches. Debo had more catches. McCaffrey had more catches. Lots of guys can do more than what this guy can do. But with the money on the table, who shows up? This guy. This is the guy that shows up with the money on the table. He averaged only 20.4 yards per game. So if you look at that contribution, you say, well, he's not that vital. But if you look closer at what he's done as a player, man, he's incredibly valuable. He's an incredibly valuable player. You got to have this player in crunch time. He makes big catches. He'll block downfield. He's a total team guy. So he's not looking to, basically take all the glory. The guy shows up to beat you, and that's the nice part about Jauan Jennings' game, I think, more than anything, is he's a winner. He shows up for the W. What's most important to him is the win. More than anything else, he's a winner. All right, now a word from our sponsor of today's video. This video is sponsored by Aura. Have you ever typed your name on the internet and seen all of your private information is online? Are you tired of receiving tons of spam calls from random numbers? Are you receiving more and more of these as time has gone on? Well, that's where Aura, the sponsor of today's show, can really help you out. Data brokers sell your information to scammers and spammers and anyone else who may want to target you. Your full name, your email, your home address, all your records, your health records, who your relatives are. It's all out there. That's why I've been using Aura. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it also protects me from hackers who could use the information to help them access my social media accounts, my bank accounts, or any other sensitive information. Aura also does so much more to protect me and my family from online threats I can't see. I get other features like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft insurance, and more without having to download several different apps. It's really easy to set up. And best of all, I get everything at one affordable price. I value my privacy and I value yours. You can go to the link in the description to start your 2-week free trial. So there you go. The video sponsored by Aura. Jauan Jennings back in the fold with the 49ers. It's a reasonable deal. It's a 1-year deal for $4.9 million. They'll reassess everything a year from now. And the Niners get back, third and Jauan, that excellent playmaker, blocker, big game player who shows up when the lights are brightest and plays his biggest when the lights are brightest. So thanks to Pig and a Pickle for being the title sponsor of the video. Thanks to Aura for sponsoring this video. And thanks to all you guys for supporting The Krug Show on YouTube.